Alright. Third time's a charm. I've recorded this twice already and it's just come out like absolute shit. So, hello again Guardians, my name is Destinova and today I'm doing my 1000 subscriber Q&A. I can't believe I've reached this number, and honestly, I totally understand when YouTubers go, I don't know how to thank you, this is just incredible, because they are so right. Like, you're just people behind screens and I have no idea what's going on in your life, what's going on in my life, and it's just all really weird, and it's a very strange feeling to have all these people supporting you and you have no, like, you just don't know anything about them. So getting right into it, the first question is Noah Cordery. He asks, when did I start my YouTube channel? Well, this channel in specific I started back a year ago actually, so May 2014. I made some PlayStation videos, like PlayStation games lineup, saying what games would be coming out in that month. I did it for 3 months and maybe got like 140 subscribers, got bored and stopped doing it. Because, you know, they got a lot of views, but once that month was over, the views just died off. Like, they only lasted for a month and then I had to make another one. Because, you know, something telling you the game's coming out in that month can't last forever. So, I then revived the channel this year, in January. And for the first 2 months, it didn't go too well. I maybe got like 60 subscribers. But then I started doing the rock strikes, and between March and April, I got over half my subscribers that I have now. Like, it's just exploded, and it's really awesome, and it's so cool. So thank you for that, guys. The next question is from Too Far. He asks, "How old are you?" So I don't really know how old I sound, to be honest. I always think I sound quite like high pitched and young, but I'm 19 years old, so I'm not a kid. You know, like, I'm not some 15-year-old or something. That's not a kid, really, but that's how old I was when I tried doing YouTube years ago, and that didn't go too well, I guess. So the next question is from Friday in F. He asks, when did you get the idea to be so awesome? Like, I am terrible at taking compliments. I am not awesome. I will never be awesome. I'm just a guy playing video games, really. And wow, that is a generic reply and a half. I'm just a guy playing video games. I haven't heard that one before. But yeah, seriously, I'm not awesome. Like, thank you for the compliment, but I'm just terrible at taking compliments. I really appreciate that, and thank you for your support. So the next question is from Aces Gaming. He asks, how many Gjallarhorns do you have? And he says that he personally has none. Well, I used to be in the same boat as you. I'd say about a month ago, I had probably put in 400 or so hours into Destiny. That's a lot of game time. I had every single exotic in the game except for Gjallarhorn. Like, I've had 5 Dragon's Breaths, 4 Thunderlords, you know, just ridiculous things, but no Gjallarhorn. So I thought, before House of Wolves comes out, I'll just try Crota's End a few times, see if I can get a Gjallarhorn. And to my amazement, when we killed Crota, no reward came up, and I was like, well, no Gjallarhorn again. We go to orbit, and I hear the exotic sound, and there it is in my inventory, just a random Gjallarhorn out of nowhere. So it was a pretty cool way to receive it, because I wasn't expecting it at all. And I've now actually had 2. Quite recently, I went into the checkpoint, where you open the exotic chest in the Vault of Glass. Some Australian friends of mine invited me in there. They're really cool guys, by the way. And I opened it and got Gjallarhorn. Needless to say, they lost their shit a bit because one of them still doesn't have Gjallarhorn. So to see somebody receive their second Gjallarhorn when this game is so late and they still don't have one, yeah, that can hurt. That can really hurt. So the next question is from TextTV. He asks, what's your favourite or best class in Destiny, your opinion, and why? And he wants it to be PvE only, or, well, I might talk about PvP a little bit, but I can understand that. He also asks, do I have a clan? Right now, I don't really have a clan now. The only clan that I'm in is one that I did Flawless Raider with. You know, we just made a clan so that we had a way of actually getting the trophy. Not Flawless Raider, sorry. The one for completing a raid in a full fire team consisting of your clan. Because I wanted to Platinum Destiny, of course, because I love it so much. I wanted to finish every single trophy and get as much playability. I really hope that House of Wolves has trophies, actually. That would be really cool. Because they give more reason to actually play the game. So, if I make a clan, maybe I'll upload a video saying join my clan. It would be on PS4, of course. I don't really have any name ideas. The only one I've got right now is just Destinova, which, it's okay. It's okay, I guess. But if you can think of any name ideas, please suggest them and I'll consider it. So, as for my favourite class in PvE, the most useful, I would say, is the Titan with his bubble. Like, seriously, it's fun, it's exciting, and it's probably the most beneficial. To be able to go straight into the middle of a crowd of enemies, place down that bubble, and as long as you have Helm of Saint 14, they'll all get blinded, and you're pretty much 100% safe in there, and you can just keep popping out and shotgunning all the enemies, and they get obliterated. You can even do it to bosses. Like, I know the strike bosses, most of them have a ground pound attack to try and push you away. If you put a bubble next to them, wait for them to ground pound, and then you just pop out the bubble, take some shots, go back in the bubble, they ground pound. You know, you just got to time it right. if you time it perfectly, then they'll never actually damage you. You can just keep popping in and out, and it's incredible. Like, I really recommend that. As my favorite class right now, for a very long time it was Hunter, but I'm just starting, now that I've played Iron Banner all weekend, I'm starting to realize that my love for the Warlock is still true. Because in the alpha and the beta and the start of Destiny up to level 26, I was purely a Warlock. Like, Warlock was just my go-to character. But when I realised how bad Floofing was, you know, that slow glide of a Warlock, you're basically just a floating target waiting to die. I just couldn't stand it anymore compared to the Hunter Jump or the Titan's Boost. So, you know, I don't play Sunsinger anymore on the Warlock because that doesn't have Blink. And Blink is the reason I love the Warlock. So I play as a Void Walker no matter what I'm doing, whether it be a raid or something. I'm not going to be a Sunsinger. I don't care if people want me to self-res. I'm not doing that. I want to play the game how I want to play it. So I play as a Void Walker, of course with Blink, and you got your Nova Bomb and stuff, and I just think it's so much fun. It's really, really cool. And the perks are also pretty solid on it as well. It's definitely one of my favourites, although the armour of my choice that I'd say is my favourite is probably on the Hunter. Like, I have the Queen's Guard cape and everything from the Queen's Wrath event in the first month of Destiny, and it just looks so amazing, and everyone's always like, where'd you get that cape from? Because nobody's really seen it, because it's that old and it's so rare. Kind of hope they don't bring it back for House of Wolves, so it's like a unique item that everyone can still remember from back at the start of Destiny. They probably will bring it back though, but hey, what are you going to do? Now, Trials of Osiris, on the other hand, that Hunter helmet looks horrible. The best Trials of Osiris armor set is probably actually the Warlock. Like, I am going to be jumping right into Trials of Osiris going, I want that armor, and I want it now. I've kind of got a team together, sort of, not entirely sure. Hopefully that'll work out, because I want to get 9 wins in a row and find out what actually happens. Something to do with going into the Halls of Amentet, or the Fate of All Fools bounty, I don't really know. The Fate of All Fool bounty, yeah, I can't talk. Fate of All Fool... I can't say that, like, something about my accent just makes it go, oh fools, oh fools. The Fate of All Fools bounty, it has a step on it where you have to show, like, you have to display skill within Trials of Osiris. It doesn't, like, state what you have to do, but I'd imagine it would be something really hard, like both your teammates die and you have to kill all 3 of the other enemies, or you make an epic comeback or something. Just, I hope it's not too hard, but yeah. It seems like it's going to be really solid to get that Fate of All Fools. So the next question is actually from FridayInvF again. Although it seems like it's a different one because he's got a different profile picture. Whether he logged in on 2 different accounts to ask 2 different questions, even though they have the exact same name, I don't really know. So he asks, how big is your penis? Really? There's always one. Like, you could watch anybody's Q&A. You look through the questions, there's always at least one person that will ask that question. It's a given. It's bound to happen. So I'm not even surprised he asked this. Of course, he's not going to get an answer because that's not something he needs to know. But I still think it's pretty funny he asked it. So, how big is your penis, Mr. FridayInvF? Yeah, how do you like it when you're asked that question? God, I sound like such a dickhead. So, to Andy C, he's one that I raid with very frequently. Well, not at the moment because he's been playing Final Fantasy a lot. Like, so much. He's always on Final Fantasy. What a sweat. You're a no-lifer. You're a no-lifer if you're watching this. So, he said, could you tell us more about your time raiding in Destiny, Love Heart? Well, you see, that's an interesting one. Thank you for bringing that one up, Andy. I had a pretty solid team that I went in with all the time, and it was a lot of fun. Like, we even did Flawless Raids together. One of the best experiences in gaming. So fun to go through Vault of Glass and legitimately get Flawless Raider. Like, no cheese or anything, we actually did it properly. And it was the day after... Oh, I just hit the table. It was the day after patch as well, so there were all sorts of, like, no beneficial bugs. They were all really bad ones. So there were some stages, we'd be at the Templar, and 3 or 4 of the players would get permanently detained, and that would be our flawless run over, because you can't just walk 1 mile an hour through the rest of the raid. It just wouldn't work. And when we finally reached Atheon, without anybody dying, he teleported nobody through 4 times in a row, which meant we didn't get the Times of Vengeance buff, so we couldn't do enough damage to him. And then on the 5th turn, he teleported 1 person through, and this is the point where we're shitting ourselves. To get that far through Flawless Raider, and to have 1 person sent through, that's basically a massive fuck you from the... Yeah. It was ridiculous. So we had to hotfoot it, get 2 more people in there and sort it out. And then on the 6th teleport, he sends 1 person through again. And we actually managed to complete it still. We managed to complete Flawless Raider with so many different bugs, and it was insane. It was so good, and it felt amazing to finally manage to do it. So, yeah, Crota's End came out, a lot of fun, doing normal mode and stuff. But then hard mode came, and they argued we should do normal mode instead of hard mode because they needed more gear, even though they had 32s already. And I was like, hard mode is the new content. I want those new primary weapons. No, I want more gear in normal mode. So apparently, an argument about whether you want to do normal mode or hard mode means you have to delete someone from your friends list and never ever speak to them again. Like, it's kind of immature, really. I would love to play with them again, but they just straight up went, nope, not playing with him anymore. It was one argument, for Christ's sake. It was ridiculous. And I enjoy arguing. I think that's a problem. I kind of stir it up a little bit. I make it worse and worse and worse, even though I don't really care that much. I just make an argument for the sake of making an argument. Yeah, okay, that's pretty much it. I'll move on from that. It's a bit of a touchy subject. Yeah, so the next question is from Fluffy the Gaming Turtle. I like your name, although I gotta ask, why are you fluffy? Like, turtles aren't really fluffy. Have you ever seen a furry turtle? I don't think so. They don't have hair like that. Do they have any hair? No, they have no hair. They're definitely bald all over. Definitely bald all over. I'm sorry, man. If you've got a fluffy gaming turtle, that's a rare find. You should probably send it into some National Geographic or something, like, make a documentary about your fluffy turtle. Man, I am rambling about the biggest pile of bullshit right now. So he asks, why are you a boss? Same as the question asking me why I'm so awesome. I'm really not. I'm not a boss in any way. I'm just some feeble guy, some kid playing video games, really. Nothing special about me whatsoever. I just thought I'd record some things and try and make some informative videos about the games I love, because I like to have my voice heard. When I have an opinion about a game, it feels really nice to have someone pass judgment on your opinion and give their own ideas and send it back as well, which is why I love the comments so much. Like, receiving comments every morning, it feels so good. It's so good to have these people like, hey, did you do this? Did you do that in Destiny? And it's like, yeah, I did. What about you? Bam, 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 bam. And it's just, it's so cool. So Mr. Waffle asked me what's my favourite class from earlier on. I gotta say, Warlock. Was Hunter until I did Iron Banner this weekend, and I was just destroying on the Warlock. So much fun. I actually maxed out both my Hunter and my Warlock, got them both to rank 5 in Iron Banner. That's how much of a no-life I am. Like, seriously. I need to get a life. Too much Destiny. So, next question is from Epic Hedgehog, and he asks, who is your best friend called Joe? So out of all your friends that are called Joe, who is the best? Well, I'm sorry, Epic Hedgehog. It's not you, because you're a dickhead. Sorry, hate to break it to you. He also asked, when your dad enters your rectum, are your bowels supposed to fall out? Well, that seems like it's your issue, not my issue. The way you're asking it seems like you want guidance. And the only suggestion I could give you is maybe try and staple your bowels back in. Would that work? Maybe just get a stapler and clip it all back in. Might hurt a bit, and god, this has gone downhill now. That's disgusting. I'm going to move on from that question before all my subs unsubscribe. So I'm permanently banning you from the channel. Goodbye, Joe. No, I'm joking. It's not like you watch my videos anyway, dickhead. So the next question is from Mark Devaney. He asked, what console? Well, that's PS4, because PS4 is just the winner this generation. Don't want to start console war. I was an Xbox supporter before. I had an Xbox 360, but it was just the logical choice to move over to PS4 for the next gen. I've got no allegiance to the consoles. I just picked the one that seemed better. Got nothing against you if you got Xbox One. Honestly, every gaming console is just as good, but PS4 was my personal choice. So the next console. Look, I see one word, and then I repeat that in my next sentence. Like, I'm thinking too far ahead with what I say, and it just doesn't come out right. That's why commentary's so hard sometimes. But I don't like to script it. Scripting is lame. So the next question, not console, is from KSI Fear Freak. He asks, what do you enjoy the most about Destiny? Well, that's easy. It's got to be the community. Destiny seems to have this solid community following. It's really, really strange. Like, you can go on the Destiny Reddit and see all these things people are posting, and it's just, it's so cool. And you can go on the Bungie forums to find a raid or Destiny LFG or something like that. Find these groups of people who end up being solid friends who you play with again, and again. Like, through Nightfalls and stuff like that. You just keep playing with them, and you can form some really solid friendships. Although mine didn't work out from that earlier question about raiding. I got deleted, but you know what you're going to do? I'll just find more people to play with. It's really cool. Yeah, the community is definitely the best thing about Destiny. So, another person asks, his name is Turg, I don't know. I'm trailing here and I'm just losing my words. What is the best way to find a team for Nightfalls or raids, etc.? Well, you can either go on Bungie.net and go down to the raids section and post in the correct forum, like the correct part of it, whether it be Vault of Glass or something like that. and say that you're finding a group or whatever. It might be a bit hard if you're a lower level. People are very stuck up like that. Once they're 32, they go, "Ooh, you got to be a 32 with max Gjallarhorn, max Black Hammer, max No Land Beyond, max Blue Fusion Rifle." You know, they just expect a lot from you, which is ridiculous to me because Vault of Glass didn't always require level 32s. A 30 can do just as good, and heck, it was level 29s that used to be complete in the hard mode like it was standard. Why is it a requirement to be 32 now? It's just ridiculous. I would, you know, when I post, I don't require 32s. I just say any level's welcome because it's more fun that way. You're less likely to get some really sweaty, annoying person who just takes charge and ruins it for everyone else. I like to have fun while I'm doing it. Other websites you can go on are destinylfg.net and destinylfg.com. One of them was featured by Bungie, and the other one, I believe, is like a sub-website of Planet Destiny. So they're both really good. I like both of them. And, you know, I don't know which is which, honestly. I'm going to go with DestinyLFG.com is the one I prefer. I like the Planet Destiny one, whichever one that is. So I would definitely recommend trying that if you want to find Nightfalls or raids. And hopefully, you'll find some friends that you can play with again and again. And you won't have to keep going on the forums because you'll have people to play with each time you go online. So the Armed Warrior says, "Do I play on Xbox One or 360? And can I play with him?" I'm sorry, I play on PS4. I would play with you otherwise, maybe. The channel's growing so quick, so every time people are asking me if I want to play with them, I sort of ignore it a bit because I can't play with everybody. I have played with some people from like Australia and the Netherlands, I don't know, loads of different places, and it's really cool. Like, Australia is 10 hours ahead of me right now, I think, and yet I played Iron Banner with them all weekend. I gotta admit, the lag between the UK and Australia was a bit strange, but for the most part, it was actually working in our favour in Iron Banner. Like, if I was going for a shotgun kill on somebody, they would always kill me too. Like, we'd always trade. There's no way you'd win a gunfight. You would just always trade it. So it was more or less a 1 KD each time. Every encounter, you killed them, but they killed you too. And it was really cool. Jack Loizo asks, "First of all, congratulations. And second, do you ever play with fans?" I do sometimes, and I think a good thing to do in the future, now that my channel's growing quite fast, is maybe start a Twitch at some point, and I could do a live stream where I invite subs in and maybe do a raid with them and stuff like that. That would be a really good way to engage with people. But as of right now, the channel's not really big enough, and it'll probably get like 14 watching or something, probably less than that, like one person watching it. And then, yeah, I don't think it would work right now, and I don't even know how to stream, really. I don't know. I'll try it in the future when I'm bigger, maybe. There's not 100%, but I'll try. And I'm trying to... My words have gone, I'm sorry. Any other YouTuber would cut that out now, but I'm just going to leave me going silent now. Why not? Why not? Let's do it. So the next question was from Minecraft Vids. He asked, "Do you plan on playing other games in the future other than Destiny? And also, if you do play other games, now why games?" So I'm sorry, Minecraft Vids. I understand your first question, but that second question, I think you need to revise that a bit. It doesn't really make much sense. Let's go over that again. If you do play other games, now why games? So the only answer I can give to this is I don't like board games, so mushrooms equals video games. Gotta play video games. I hope that's relevant in some manner because that question really made no sense. And your other question, do I plan on playing other games? Yes, I do. Do I plan on making videos on them? I'm not 100% on that. There are some, like, I can't, like, my words are going. I can't only play Destiny because Destiny won't last forever. I have to try and expand to other games and actually build a loyal fan base rather than people who watch me just for Destiny. So games I will be playing in the future, without a doubt, will be Tom Clancy's The Division, because that looks so cool. It's basically like an open world in New York City, I think it is, and it's a living, breathing world where you could be going around with 3 of your friends, so you're like a squad, and then you might stumble across other players' squads, like real people in the world, and you could choose to just engage in a gunfight with them, or you could team up with them. You basically want to be foraging around for weapons and stuff, and I don't really know much about it, but the concept of it just seems so cool. It just seems awesome, and I cannot wait for that game. Now, as for in November, don't hate me for saying this, but Black Ops 3. Yeah. I know everyone's going to say another generic COD, but this one's made by Treyarch, and I have always supported Treyarch's games because I just think they're awesome. For reference, that is World at War, Black Ops 1, and Black Ops 2. Easily the best Call of Duties out there. I hated the Modern Warfare series. They were just sort of grey and dull and they weren't exciting. The Black Ops games were so vibrant and alive, and the story of Black Ops 1, oh, that got me. It was so much better than the terrorist crap. The story of Black Ops 1 was seriously like a proper mindfuck story, and it was really cool. So yeah, Black Ops 1 was my favourite, but I probably won't upload multiplayer from Black Ops 3, I don't know. The main thing I'll be uploading from that is zombies. That is the reason I buy Treyarch COD games, for Nazi zombies. I love it so much. Like, I must have killed over 1 million zombies in all of the CODs combined. I played so much of it, getting to higher than round 60 and stuff like that. It gets really boring because they were kind of easy, to be honest. Only 36 or so zombies could spawn on the map at a time, so you just run around in a circle, kill all those, run around in a circle. I really hope, if it is next gen only, they're going to have over 100 zombies spawning at a time and maybe 8 players in the game. Some way of making it new and alive and real, like a real challenge. Origins, the final map in Black Ops 2, was the best map they've ever made. It was so much fun. The characters had like substance to them. The things they said were actually relevant. It wasn't just about getting drunk and some racist stereotypes. It was actually really good, and I really enjoyed it. And I must have only got to round 8 on about 100 attempts before I started getting, like, grasping that map. My best on it was round 52, I believe, with 2 other people. Maybe took us a few hours, really long time. It gets really boring. But yeah, what are you going to do? I think the building up and buying your weapons and getting your perks and stuff, that's the fun part. Once you're set, then may as well quit. It's boring. So yeah, Zombies videos and the Division videos are probably what's going to come in the future, along with any Destiny DLC that comes out. If a game surprises me, maybe I'll get that as well, because I've always loved Borderlands, and if they suddenly release Borderlands 3, that's very similar to Destiny, except it's much more refined, it's got a solid loot system and stuff, and I've always loved the Borderlands game, so yeah. If Borderlands 3 comes out, I'll probably do like legendary farming guides and which legendaries are good and stuff like that sort of video. I just think it would fit well with what I've done on the channel so far. So the next question is from Rudy Cook, sorry. He says, will you do a face reveal and a gaming setup video? Well, gaming setup is essentially just a TV, a PS4, and a couch. You know, it's really not something you want to see. You just be like, what's that dirty stinking couch that the guy just sweats on all day? As for a face reveal, the types of videos I'm making right now don't warrant a face camera. Like, I'm doing these informative videos and like researching things about the game, I don't know, that sort of thing. They don't need a face camera. That would almost pull away from the quality of it. When you have a face cam, that's more for let's plays and stuff like that. So maybe if I do a let's play in the future, maybe if I do some DLC, I don't know, something like that. When there is actually a reason for me to use face cam, I might consider it. But right now, there's really no need, and it would be pointless. So there you go, there's the answer to that. Next question is from I'm Not That Black Bro. He's actually got 3 questions. First one is how old are you? I'm 19. Second one is when did you start YouTube? That would have been 2011. But really, I've brought this channel to life in the start of 2015. Since then, that's when I've been putting in full effort, like properly trying it. And the final question is, were there ever any times where you considered to quit YouTube? I made a channel back in 2011 and I quit that. I made this channel in 2014, pretty much a year ago today, and I quit that after 3 months because I was only making PlayStation videos. It's a very small sector where there aren't many things you can actually upload. So it was maybe 3 videos a month, and I just couldn't keep it up. I really didn't like it because I had to put a lot of effort into them. As for these Destiny videos, I really brought this to life in 2015, and I've been enjoying it so much. Like, the responses I get from the content I make and all the support, it's just really cool. Thank you so much. Yeah, thanks. He also says peace. It's losing my words again. I tell you, I'm terrible at this commentary stuff. I don't know why people watch me. He says, P.S. Great videos, bro. I really love your content. Thank you for the support. I'm not black, bro. Final question is from S Fusions. He's the Australian guy he's a subscriber who asked if I could play with him, and we've been playing ever since. Played Iron Banner all weekend, and he's a really top-notch guy, and his support is just awesome. He says, who is your biggest YouTube inspiration? Did I say inspiration? Who is your biggest YouTube inspiration? Well, it's certainly not you, Ryan, so I'm sorry for that one, but it's not you, and it's not anyone, actually. Really, I'm my own inspiration when it comes to YouTube. I don't follow people in an idol-type manner. I don't go, whoa, that guy's a god just because he has 100,000 subscribers or something like that. They're all just humans just like me, and they've achieved things, but that doesn't make them any better than me. You have to achieve your own thing. Well, I'm going to get all deep with this now. yeah, I don't really support anyone. When I think I do support people, that was the wrong word to use. Yeah, I do support people's content, but I don't follow it like an idol. Well, for me personally, when I feel like making a video, I want to make that for me. Like, I want it to be my content. Say the 500 strikes, that was my own thing. No one's really done that before, and it's worked out so well, and it's really cool. As for YouTubers that I actually enjoy watching, I guess that's as close as it would come to idol, is Robaz. Robaz is my favorite. He's a Swedish YouTuber, like Swedish king or something, I don't know. He's definitely the king of Sweden, without a doubt. His videos, I don't laugh at many things. I'm a bit weird like that. Like, I've been brought up not to laugh almost. It's very, very strange. But anyway, I watch his videos and yeah, they make me laugh. I think he's really good. I think his stuff is like solid content, and people should definitely check him out. There are other people I like as well, like Anderzel. By coincidence, he's also Swedish. He does like CSGO and Minecraft and stuff like that. I really like watching people's case openings. I don't know what it is. You're basically watching somebody gamble their money for YouTube views. I don't know. I really like it, and he's probably the only Minecraft person I solidly watch. But he hasn't been playing it recently. He's been playing like some 7 Days to Die or something like that, which is actually really funny. It's been really good. So yeah, some YouTubers I like, but I don't actually idolize them. Is that the last question? Is that all of them? This must have been like an hour-long video now. I doubt anybody's made it to the end of this. Yeah, okay, that's every question. Mr. Waffle says, hi, Destinova. Hi, Mr. Waffle. Yeah, okay. Thank you for that. I've completely broken my trail of thought now just because of Mr. Waffle saying, hi, Destinova. Thanks for that, Mr. Waffle. Thanks for the support. But yeah, that's everything. I will be bringing out loads more content when House of Wolves comes out. This patch from right now until House of Wolves actually releases might be a bit dry because there is really nothing going on in Destiny. But once it comes out, I will do my best to upload everything. Just keep in mind, at the end of the day, I am a gamer. When new content comes out, I want to absolutely no-life it and do nothing else in the world. So, to pull myself away and make a video might be a bit hard. But I will do my best because I really want to keep the channel going and I want to keep the solid content. So thank you so much for the support, everybody, and I'm already on 1,200 actually, so this should be a 1.2k Q&A, I guess. People are subscribing so fast and I don't understand because I'm just some loser making videos. I'm really nothing special. I don't know, it's really cool. I will still be doing the 500 strikes, 500 dragon strikes even, to make a total of 1,000. And then I compare it with the rock strikes. I'll do it as quick as I can, maybe like 50 a week. We'll see how it goes depending on how much content is actually in House of Wolves with those new strikes and stuff like that. Prison of Elders, Trial of Osiris. Oh, it's just going to be so cool. Alright, I'm rambling so much. I understand if you want to unsubscribe now. Like, seriously, you know more about me now and you probably just think, this guy's a total loser. I'm going to get right on out of here. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you very much for watching. Destinova and out, Guardians.
Better off in the prison of elders. I'll contact the Vanguard. Let them know the Archon priest is dead.
One more fallen Archon gone to dust.